2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Wake up.
Get to the right morning every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy on Nova.
Jodie and I had breakfast on the weekend and we went to a beautiful little establishment, the Loose Caboose in Highmarsh.
Don't make me regret socialising with you out of work hours. Don't make me do it.
Hey, no. Don't make me regret socialising with you. Don't try and gaslight me. Don't get me before I get you. Jodie did something which I've never experienced before whilst dining out at a restaurant. And that is, Jodie, quite casually too, by the way. So it felt like it wasn't the first time you did it. There was a beautiful menu there. And there's a lot of stuff on the menu as well. There's a brunch menu because we're a little bit late. But what Jodie wanted wasn't on the menu. So when the waiter said, "What would you like?" Jodie just casually launched into a, do you know what? I feel like an omelette. Can you get me an omelette? And I'm scrambling through the menu going, well, I don't see the omelette option. There was no omelette option.
This is your problem with life. You're too rigid.
And this was my mind. Blown all over the table.
It's not a big deal to ask the chef to make an omelette. But I tell you where it all started to fall apart is then I panicked because the horror, the absolute disgust on your face that I had gone rogue on the menu.
I was in tears.
So then I was like, he's like, "What do you want in it?" And I was just a bit of tomato and onion, please. And I don't know. And he goes, "Bacon." And then he like almost bacon shamed me because I was like, I don't want to deviate any more than I already have from the menu.
So you said yes to bacon. And Can I just say as well, at the Loose Caboose, the particular waiter, he was a legend.
He was so cool.
He was such a legend.
Yeah.
He handled it beautifully. If it was me, I would have flipped the table. Anyway, so I genuinely feared that you were going to get an omelette back that was absolutely chock-a-block full of fecal matter, because that's what I would have done if I was a chef.
And didn't you plant that seed with the waiter?
Instead, you didn't even eat it because it was chock-a-block full of bacon. So I ate it, and it was probably the best omelette I've ever eaten in my life. So I still won out of it. But the whole time I was sitting here going, you need to speak to the chef afterwards. You need to apologise and you need to go above and beyond and say thank you for doing that because that was not on the menu.
Which I did, and I went up and I said thank you because it was one of those open kitchens that you can see. And I said thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And he was like, "It's not a problem." So if anyone's making a big deal about it.
His eye was twitching when he was saying that.
No, he wasn't. He was so lovely about the whole situation. The only one kicking up a fuss was you.
Okay. Well, let's just put this out there. 13 24 10. Does anyone just casually order things that are not on a menu at the restaurant and think it's completely normal?
Sure, it happens all the time.
You reckon? Can we put this call out there as well? Are you a chef? Do you own a restaurant? Are you somewhere high up in a restaurant chain? And does this happen? And how does it make you feel?
Do you love people like me? Get around me.
No.
Do you like a challenge? Producer Flo?
I'm sorry, Jodie is completely in the wrong. The menu is there for a reason. You order from the menu. You don't just go, there's nothing here I like. I'll just have blah, please.
No, but the problem was I'd already had some toast that morning, so I wasn't keen for any more bread, so that's why I felt like an omelette.
You just like to watch the world burn. It's not on the menu. You can't order it.
Okay. No one said that. No one is saying that.
Hayesy?
No one.
You can't. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You can't mix and match. You can't just make stuff up. What if he's like, no, I strictly do not make omelettes. That's why it's not on the menu.
What about old Omelette McGee over here who smashed that omelette in quick time? So you didn't lose out of this whole situation.
Oh, no. I know that because I wasn't even chewing it by then. It was that delicious. I was eating it like a duck. Carol, good morning to you. You're a former chef?
I am, yes.
Okay. Thoughts on people custom ordering their own food?
Well, there's enough on the menu that you should be able to find something on the menu. And there's so much going on in the kitchen that, something that's not on the menu comes in. It's like, not happening.
Yeah.
Carol, if that happened to you back when you were a chef, would you be slightly tempted just to, accidentally spit in the food?
I wouldn't spit in it, but things happen.
And you didn't eat the omelette. I ate the omelette.
Joke's on you then.
Oh, there you go.
Thank
Interesting
you for your
times.
call. Okay, feedback. Right, take it on board.
Okay.
What about when you go to those places and the restaurant manager's like, I'll just bring you a selection of things.
Yes.
And you're like, no.
I just want to commit to a full meal.
I just want one dish
Yeah.
that I'm really partial to. Because otherwise, because I'm so fussy, you end up like getting a whole heap of stuff that you don't want.
Yeah, well, you made a commitment to a full meal which wasn't on the menu, and then you didn't eat it. That's a whole different
Yeah,
category.
because you omelette shamed me, and then you were like, oh, you've got to have bacon because he's offered you bacon, and I don't eat bacon.
Anyway, I ate it, and like I said before, possibly the best omelette I've ever had. So big shout out to the loose caboose.
Yeah.
Make sure you ask for the omelette. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Let's go to Philip. Good morning to you, Philip.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good,
Going all right, mates. Customising your own orders from a menu. Thoughts?
Jodie, what are you doing?
Oh, ouch.
What are you doing? Not only did you order something that wasn't from the menu, when presented with options of what you wanted in what wasn't on the menu, you said, yeah, I'll have what I don't want, that's in the optional option, and then you proceeded to not eat it.
Amen, brother.
What you've essentially done is you've gotten on the O-Bahn and said, well, I might as well try and get to T3 Gully.
Could not have put it better myself. Could not have put it better myself. Well done to Phil.
Thanks for your feedback, Philip.
Phones aren't working now. It's literally smoking. And we were going to speak to Chris Jarm from Jarm's Kitchen, but he got so fired up
No.
that we had to hang up. No, the phones are actually busted, but the relief on your face, Jodes,
Because most of
tells
these
the
people
story.
are livid at me. And I mean, let's be honest here in this space. You've stoked the fire beautifully, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
With your omelette shaming this morning. That's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
The general sort of feeling was that you shouldn't sort of work off the menu, but that's okay. That's okay. And on top of that as well, what we found out from a few chefs is that the omelette in particular, a lot of menus don't stock the omelette because it's
Why?
a really, really annoying dish to make.
But it's so delicious.
It's very delicious.
Annoying.
Anyway,
Wow. Okay.
what have you learnt?
I will stick to the menu from this day
I
forward.
don't think you will, though.
Warning, the following segment is for mature audiences only and may contain adult content, graphic language and nudity. Not that you'll see it. If easily offended, well, you're about to find out just how easily.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jodie and Hayes's Naughty at 6:40.
And I can't stress this enough, Jodes. I love it in a purely wholesome space that we can feel comfortable enough to get this sort of smut out of our system before
Yes.
we straighten up after 7 o'clock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. What about this? Playboy is going back to basics following a woke rebrand that almost tanked the iconic band for good.
Okay. Tell me more.
I said band and I meant brand.
Oh, my gosh.
Why didn't you pick up on that?
Ah, Jodes. It's not your wheelhouse, Playboy, is it? It is not your wheelhouse.
I feel like I'm not the target demographic for Playboy.
You're absolutely not. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because you don't have a willy, all right? Let's be honest. Playboy's brought back its print magazine after a 5-year hiatus. So basically what they did 5 years ago, they tried to go down this woke path and surprise, surprise, it did not work. So now they've gone back to basics, which includes lifting the ban on nudity.
Woo!
Oh, my very goodness.
Goodness.
Put your hand up if you used to experience some of the beautiful articles in Playboy back in the day.
Oh, you were reading the articles, were you?
Guilty. I was a young guy, all right?
Okay. So was this a situation, I'm going to regret asking this, did you go and help yourself to your dad's collection?
No, I never found any of those sorts of magazines around my house.
Right.
And I'm confident to say that my old man didn't own any. That's not to say that I couldn't get my sticky little fingers on some from around the neighbourhood. And don't look too far into that when I say sticky fingers, okay? I don't want you to analyse that.
Oh, I don't want to
nor
analyse
throw a
it.
blue light over.
Oh, I don't want to analyse it either. Trust me.
Oh my gosh. Producer Flack.
Oh, right.
You remember back in the day, Playboys used to sort of get handed around. They'd get from hands to hands. It was almost like education for young blokes.
I remember my first one distinctly. It cost me $5 from a mate who had found a box of them at the tip, and the middle section was stuck together.
Yeah, that's the one. That's
That is
it.
disgusting.
Why?
That's disgusting. You're disgusting.
Why?
No. Jodie's right. Looking back, it was pretty disgusting, but I held on to that for like a good 4 years.
There's
Yes.
nothing worse.
Finally got rid of it when he got engaged.
Nothing worse than a fresh Playboy, right? But then you throw in a second-hand Playboy
Yep.
that's been through your mate's grubby little fingers. Are you joking?
Absolutely disgusting.
In my defence, name one 14-year-old boy that's making any right decisions.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
that's a good
That's
point.
true. You live and learn.
Yeah.
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 Didn't your home computer copper work
Oh,
out
I
from you?
did. But magazines as well. And I had one particular magazine, which I'm pretty sure was a Playboy. And I reckon I've told you this before, Jazz, but I reckon I've told you off air. I had this particular Playboy wrapped inside a rugby magazine. It was like Rugby Heaven or something. And so I was being safe and secure, but not safe and secure enough to lock my door. And I remember I was on the bed reading my rugby magazine, and Mum charged in
Oh, no.
with a heap of washing.
Yeah.
And she, bless Mum, and we've never actually spoken about it, but she knew.
She knew.
And she saw.
Yeah.
So, and she's clever enough to know exactly what was going on.
Did your mum go, that's not Andrew Eddinghausen?
No,
Yeah.
no, it was rugby union. She was like, oh, yeah, I also love the Wallabies. Go Wallabies.
All right. Let's talk celebrity spotting on the weekend at Live Golf.
Yeah, my radar was on.
Oh, it was very much not on. It was switched
on
off.
and in full focus.
Let's get to who you thought you saw in just a moment. But there are a couple of people that we saw. We saw Ivan Soldo's missus,
Yep.
who, I don't know how to say this, was not wearing a bra. And
She caught the attention of the room.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I could not stop staring, producer Molly. I was a little bit obsessed. So there was that, and then there was Tex Walker. He was there as well. And at one point, he was putting sunscreen on his ears, and he goes, "Oh, I got-" all right, I'm gonna do my very best text. Oh, I'm gonna put sunscreen on my ears because, and he looks at me and he goes, "Because they're quite big." And I was like, "How do I play this?" And I said, "Are they?" And he goes, "Are you joking?" Like, have you not?
What about Tex goes back and Jordan Dawes was there? It's like, what about Jodie over there? Didn't think I had big ears. What an idiot.
But there was one celebrity that you allegedly asserted was in the room, and it very much was not that A-list celebrity. Like, we're talking international Hollywood superstar.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah. Rachel Griffiths. And I was convinced, and I've seen that, and I reckon she would have seen me making eye contact. Like, this guy's a creep. I'm like, it is definitely Rachel Griffiths. I got my phone out and I Googled her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, that's it. And I think at one stage I went up to her and I put my phone next to her face and I was like, yep, that's definitely her.
No.
That is Rachel Griffiths.
Molly, it was so embarrassing because he's standing there and he's going, "That's Rachel Griffiths." I'm like, this woman could not look less like Rachel Griffiths.
Because we interviewed her just a few days ago and we had this really awesome chat. I'm like, oh, we're mates now.
Yeah. Yeah. You know her so well that you couldn't even pick her out of a lineup. And I was just waiting for him to approach her and go, "Oh, hello, Rachel." And I was like, please don't do it, because that woman does not look anything like Rachel Griffiths.
Yeah, that's not fair. I think it got to the stage where I was very, very close to going up and saying something. And then what happens? And then when I say, hello, Rachel Griffiths, and she said, "No, I'm not Rachel." And I go, actually, you are. I'm definitely not. Yes, you are. Remember our chat? Unfortunately, the Adelaide 36ers bowed out of the NBL on the weekend. And what comes with that is we say goodbye to one of the NBL's great men.
Yes.
And that is Jason Kadee. What, 424 games, give or take one or two, maybe 426. He doesn't even know.
Well, he joins us live in the studio now. Is it 424 or 426?
I think it's 424, but it's been a long week, so I actually don't know the final number.
When you start to get like up 400s, I mean, who's counting?
Yeah,
Really?
spot on.
For me, that was basically it. I ticked off 400 and it was a box that I ticked off, and
Yeah.
after that, it was just all became one number, basically.
Yeah. Now,
Mate, how you feeling?
Tired. It's been a long week, and I think as you get a bit older too, once your season's finally over, it's like your body shuts down on you and goes, "Oh, you're done. You don't have to do anything." And so, it's been an overwhelming week. Obviously, very disappointed. I'll never get over the feeling like we let one slip, and so, but. Yeah, also excited for what's next.
I was going to say, I wouldn't want to relive the trauma, but I think you were 20 points up at one point on Sunday and really let it get away.
Yeah, we did.
It
Tough.
just makes you wonder what would have happened if you had gone on to play Illawarra, who you've had the measure of this season as well.
Oh, no, I've gone through that thought process in the last 48 hours. Don't worry about that.
He's so regretting coming in right now.
What happened to half time in change rooms? You guys get stuck into some beers or something.
I wish we had an excuse.
Happier times. Can we talk about what's next? What's the next career path here, Jason? Because
finally the music. I'm going into underwear.
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Who saw this coming? How long has this been in the pipeline for? And tell us about the company.
Not me. I've been working for them for about 10 months part-time. So I met Greg Taylor, who was the Step 1 CEO and founder, probably about 4 years ago, and it was the classic athlete partnership where I received a few pairs, never really cared about undies, tried them and thought, how do I get more of these?
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to start wearing undies.
And so then I tagged them in something, and at that period of time, Greg was still doing a lot of their checking through socials and stuff, and he replied to me.
Yeah, right.
And so I didn't see myself as an underwear model at all.
Okay.
I just wanted a few more pairs.
Yeah.
Next minute he goes, "Oh, well, can you help me out?" I delayed it. And then a year ago he gave me no choice, and now he's maybe fast-tracked my retirement, but I'm also very excited for it.
Yeah, geez, and you've really lived in the product. Like Jason walked in here just in his undies this morning. We're like, wow, he's really going into the next phase.
I mean, I don't want to be inappropriate here, but what sets these undies apart? Is it the non-chafing thing? Is that right?
Well, I think it started that, but the material, the bamboo material, and how they get them designed and made. The chafing thing was original where it came from, but now it's everyone. Like everyone I get a pair loves them, and if I had more time, I would have come in with some goodies for you guys. So I'm going to have to send them in now, and I'll get it sorted.
We've got a producer. His name is Producer Flack, and he's a man. You know what I'll say? He's a man who loves doing leg weights. So he's got massive legs.
Yeah,
this is a bloke who squats probably 200 kilos and leg presses about 400. So he's got some quads that like to touch each other when they walk.
Well, also thank you, Hayesy, but also bit fat. And my legs rub together. So I wear Step 1, get some. So, help me out.
There we go.
Very good.
Okay, now, Jason, we have to bring some audio to your attention because this happened on our show a couple of weeks ago when you went off your face when you were playing South East Melbourne and just knocking down threes from everywhere. And then you jumped on and did your sport. Yeah. And I, hand on my heart, did not see this coming.
I don't think I saw it coming as well, and I'm the one who said it.
We've come up with a new slogan for Jason Cadee's personal T-shirt. We just can't say it on air.
Yeah, Jason Cadee, me. Yeah, and then we're like, okay, felt right because it came from the heart, but also we're in big trouble from the bosses for that.
Yes.
But we thought we've said it now, we need to go through with it.
We've committed, and we can't go back now. Ooh. So we would like to present you and your teammates with some special T-shirts that we've had made up that say, bleep me, it's Jason Cadee.
There we go.
That is all yours.
That's elite.
Now, I don't want to look too far ahead, but if you're to pair that with a pair of Step 1 undies, that's one of the great combinations.
Isn't it?
Don't worry about Kendrick Davis and Montrezl Harrell. That's an even better combination.
Now, we've got Trez an extra large, but I don't think that's going to be enough for the big fella, is it?
Might have to get him a double X. He's a big boy, 6'9", 6'10".
I want to very quickly before we let you go, he's fascinating, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's a personality. People see it, I guess, on the floor, but what you're seeing on the floor is actually every day. Like if you came to training, he is the exact same way in every setting you put him in. If he walked into the studio downstairs now, you would hear him. He's the loudest person in the room everywhere he goes.
Is that because of the chains clinking?
Oh, it's that as well. You can see the brightness coming your way as well. But he's just personality is always the loudest in the room, always very engaging, never wrong. Never wrong, but I truly love him. He's a person that I've really enjoyed being around and meeting, so it's been cool.
Yeah.
Mate, you're just a few days into retirement now, so get ready for questions like this a lot. If 424 games, geez, what a journey. Your top highlight, what is it?
It's. I don't think I could put one thing onto it, but obviously being able to play for Australia, that's one thing that I grew up wanting to do, and it's still one of my favourite settings, just because you get around a whole heap of people that are so proud to represent their country, and they just do whatever's necessary. Take one shot, take 0 shots, and I think that's always a cool thing. But also, I dreamt of playing in the NBL, so to play over 400 games is pretty much a highlight as well.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's elite. Jason Cadee, thank you so much for coming in this morning. We would like to see the entire team decked out in those T-shirts by the end of it. Well, there's no more training though, is there?
No, but I could take this to the Step 1 office. This might be my new boss's shirt. I wonder if my new boss would love this shirt.
Watch this space. What a collaboration. Cheers, mate. All the best.
Thank you.
Jodie and Hayesy. Song.
I, too, have a elevated heart rate. Producer Flack, take us through it. What are we doing?
Songs to song. These are fresh hits and throwbacks that have been orchestralised, and we make it quite the competition. It's a best of 3. You need to guess what the song is being orchestralised, and of course, you play for someone for family passes to Wallace Cinemas.
Yes. And playing this morning is Tana from Ranella. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. What a great Tuesday we're having today.
Oh, good on you, Tana.
That's
Great
the
attitude.
That's great, Tana. Thank you so much for jumping on board my team.
Absolutely. You know what? I feel it in my bones. Like Hayesy says, I feel it in my waters, in my loins.
You got to trust those feelings sometimes as well, Tana. Like when your water's are bubbling away, you go like, well, there's something in that.
Yeah.
Okay? There's definitely something in that. Good luck to you.
Sarah from Parkside, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You've gone Team Hayesy.
Well, that's what I got.
Do you...
No.
That's
If
harsh.
there was a third option, would you have taken it, Sarah?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. No, definitely
Sarah.
Okay.
You might have just motivated him inadvertently then. So let's see how we go.
Not that I need it. I'm always motivated. So when I lose, it's not through lack of effort.
You actually don't lack confidence in this space, that's for sure.
All right, Jodie and Hayesy, you are 2 of the most competitive people I've ever met. I want a nice, tight, clean game.
All right, still tight. Early days. 2-1 in favour of Jodie.
Okay.
First song. We ready?
Yep.
Go for it.
We're on. Oh, that's easy. What's going on?
What is happening?
Hazy.
Hayesy?
Dasher. Austin.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. See the chord progression?
I'm genuinely
My heart's
surprised.
So am I.
I had a whole conversation with producer Molly, and we were both like, they're not going to get the first one.
No,
Genuinely.
because I think that we have done this before and you got it.
Genuinely surprised and suspicious at this point.
I love it how every time I win, Jodie's suspicious. Should I be suspicious every time you win?
No, because I win fairly.
Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Okay, just take a breath. Okay, song number 2.
Here we go. You know it, don't you?
Yeah.
I know.
Jodie?
Is it I Can Dance?
Nope.
Is that incorrect?
It's incorrect.
Okay.
All right. Do I play now or do I get a chance?
No, yes.
Guess?
It is Dua Lipa,
Yeah.
Dance the Night.
Hazy's won it.
You just lift your shirt.
I did.
Let's go back to the cameras on that. You just lifted your shirt up, you absolute knob. Oh my God.
Do you know what though, Jodes? Do you know what you've done?
What?
2025 was supposed to be the year where you didn't give the song away in your answer.
I know.
You didn't give an incorrect answer but give the song away.
And as soon as I said it, I went, that's not it. Okay, I'm sorry, Tana. I'm sorry.
All right, so no, it's okay. It's okay, Tana, because there could be some sort of redemption. It's going to look better on the score sheet if it's 2-1. Do you want to do the third song?
No.
All right then.
Oh, Jodie has spoken.
Where were we? Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry about that, Tana. You still there?
I am. My waters are freezing cold.
Tough gig.
Yeah.
What can you do though?
Oh, well.
It's tight though. What do you mean? It's 2-2 now. Yeah. So you're not even losing.
I just want you to finish talking at this point.
Okay.
Just wrap it up.
And put his shirt back on.
Yeah.
Hey, is Kylie Minogue in tonight?
Yeah, she is.
Is she performing tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good, isn't it? What's this song, Jones? What is it?
Love
Kylie
at First
Minogue.
Sight.
Oh, well done. Consolation.
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know. I need to know.
I need to know.
What's in the news today?
I need to know this.
Here's what you need to know.
What you need to know with Jodie and Hayesy.
In news that no subscriber wants to hear, the streaming giant Disney Plus is set to increase their prices from $13.99 to $15.99 per month, a $2 monthly increase, which is roughly a 14% hike.
Oh, my very goodness. We have Disney, and we use Disney a lot, of course. Got a 6, 4 and 1 year old.
Oh, yeah.
That's expensive. I didn't know it was that expensive.
Yeah. I would love to speak to producer Fleck on this one because you've got all the streaming services, don't you?
You know when there's a monthly subscription, it just comes out of your account. You're like, $14 a month. What's that? That's nothing.
Yeah.
But when they all add up, you actually become quite disgusted with yourself. And as soon as you guys said that Disney's going up, I've got Paramount, Binge, Netflix, Prime Video, Disney, Stan, and one other I can't think of right now. My monthly outlay is about $90 a month to cover it.
Wow.
What's wrong with me?
Because you need to be entertained. The man needs entertainment.
Well, I would suggest that you get off the couch every now and then.
How about this one, mate? How about this one? How about you start talking to your fiancé?
$90 well spent. Nah, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Big trouble.
It's a joke.
You're in big trouble. That is amazing, though, because we cut back. I think I was on Stan for a little bit. Actually, I've got Stan.
Yeah.
And I think that's all I've pretty much got right now.
Stan's great.
I think my wife, Cara, sort of sat me down and said, look, you need to make a decision.
Yeah.
Because I wanted everything. Like, I wanted all the sports channels. Right now, I think we just have maybe Disney, Stan and KO.
I think we've got KO, Stan, Netflix and Paramount Plus.
Oh, see, you're adding up
And
as
Binge.
well. Oh, Binge. Anything else? Sure.
You're as bad as me.
I don't want to speak to my husband either.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.